welcome to Heim Time Podcast. I am your host, Travis Heim, with
Emma Heim.
And today we are very, very excited for our special guest, Mr. Grady Spencer.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is exciting.
Thanks for being here.
So we don't really know what we're doing.
Yes.
This is new to us, but we're really excited to have you as a guest.
So pumped.
You're one of our favorite musicians, but also a friend, I would
Absolutely.
say.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
We're happy to have you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thanks.
having me.
So let's talk about Grady. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I think categorically speaking, I could say good. Yeah. I've been better.
Could be
I've been worse. I've been better, but I'm good. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're we're getting out of this COVID thing, and it looks it's starting to look kind of like there's some light at the end of the tunnel. And me and my family have stayed healthy through this whole thing.
That's
so
awesome.
it's been rad. We've
That's all
been
you
lucky.
can hope for.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's
been completely wild. And I know, too, one of the reasons we wanted to have Grady on, musicians, like everybody's been screwed over by everything, but specifically like live music. I mean, it's decimated.
Yes.
So, I know it's been tough for you. Restaurants, obviously, what we do, it's been difficult, but awesome. And you got some shows coming up, right?
Yeah. I don't know when this can come out, but yeah, we're going to go out to Stephenville later this week, and then going out to Cherokee, Texas. There's like a cool hotel out there. We're going to go play that. And I got some random stuff here and there. I mean, we're not like jam-packed, but right now any show's better than zero. So like we're super pumped.
When's the last time you performed live?
We went out and did a random like festival thing out in Idaho, which was like, I think that was May.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Wow.
The last one that I really enjoyed stress-free was y'all's place.
Yeah.
Shout out.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That was like the last show where like I wasn't freaking out about like somebody getting sick. So
that was right before.
Yeah. That was the last like normal show before this all went down, which is crazy.
That's so wild.
Which was like 6 months, right? Wasn't that March?
Yeah, March.
Yeah.
Like mid-March?
Yeah, we went on sort of vacation in January or February.
To where?
To Hawaii.
Oh,
Do
okay,
you
yeah.
remember? Were you there?
It's a weird
Was that
year.
somebody
Yeah.
else?
No, it's so weird. Like time. You're like 10 years ago?
Maybe
No.
we didn't go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
That
never
was,
mind.
It's all a simulation.
mid-January.
Yeah.
But that was, I remember them being like, because we were in Hawaii, and then they said that was the first, like, oh, this thing might be pretty bad.
Right.
And then LAX, they had limited, like, people going into there and stuff. So then even when we got back, it was like, you didn't really know. And then I remember us actually for the concert even being like, you know, is this okay? But still, it was like, this is going to blow over. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then it was not.
Oh, I was making jokes and like, this is fun. This is funny stuff. And then, 6 months later, I'm like weeping in the corner, just like
Waking up at 3 a.m. like, why did I say that joke?
washing my hands so my fingernails fall off and
Right.
things like that. So
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was a good way to go out. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
Agreed.
Yeah.
John Stork, right,
Yep.
played.
Mhm.
He was great. We're going to try to have him at the River again soon, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he was going to play this last weekend, and then it didn't work out.
Yep. He's a good dude.
You're obviously welcome anytime you want.
Thank you.
We'll
Yeah.
just-
I mean, y'all are 5 minutes from the house, so like I pass y'all's place all the time. So
We got corn dogs, so.
We do have corn dogs. We may cook them for 5 hours.
I love them crispy. You can cook mine as long as you want. They can
It's
be
like a
black.
s'more,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I like it
Hilarious.
black. Yeah.
Oh, man. We it's been wild, and we're finally, I think, kind of at the point of, well, this weekend was the first time we had live music again.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, Magnolia is tiny, you know,
Yep.
so it's like impossible. But then at the River, we have the outdoor space, all of that, so we can kind of spread out and
Social distance.
Yeah.
Did it go well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going good?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome to
Hannah
see.
Owens.
Hannah Owens and
Rob.
Rob Redwine
Yeah.
came out.
Nice. Good people.
Yeah, they're great. I know Rob. I hadn't heard Hannah until this weekend, but
Mm-hmm.
she was cool.
Awesome.
Bottle Blonde has 900 people there, so like, what,
Yeah.
come on, let's be honest. Like, there's worse.
There
There you
get
go.
some of that.
Definitely.
I don't know if I should name them, but whatever. They're doing fine.
Uh,
You mentioned Turkey, Texas.
Mhm.
and most people would not know where that is.
A lot of people don't.
That's pretty close to where you grew up.
It is super. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. Yeah, I grew up in a little town called Paducah, Texas, and it's like 2 hours east of Lubbock.
Okay.
And just a tiny little town, and I was like one of 29 kids in my class. So like small. They're like 6-man now, but we were 11-man.
Nice
back then.
So the whole class.
You had 12 football players on an 11-man team?
We barely did. Yeah, I mean, like somebody got hurt, we were really screwed.
I had a different. We went to I got kicked out of public school, and then I went back to private. I guess I shouldn't say that. I'm an open book, right?
There you go. Yeah.
But when I went back to private school, we had. My senior year, we had 18 football players, 11-man, 18 football players, and 22 cheerleaders.
What?
And some of the cheerleaders could have played on the football team. You know what I mean?
Very inclusive.
Offense,
Yeah, sure.
It would have been better. We would have been a lot better team.
Probably would have won more.
Did you?
We were not good.
Did you have creative differences with public school? Is that what it was?
I like to say I was an entrepreneur at an early age.
This first
yes. I love it.
We're going in, dude.
They gotta know who they're dealing with. All right, this is Travis Heim.
Yeah. I went to a private Christian school growing up until 6th grade, and then went to public school. Yeah. That sounds right. And then it was a good time. And then I heard about a thing called marijuana.
Yeah.
Which was interesting, you know, and it seemed to pair well with the music I was listening to at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this goes together great. How have I never heard about this?
Yes.
So yeah, that was my story. It was freshman year. Near the end of freshman year, I got kicked out because I was doing a little, import export type of thing.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm a better man for it. And then I told you I got kicked out because my friends got in a fight on the golf team. Which is true. They did get in a fight on not Zeboaz, the other Pecan Valley.
Oh yeah.
It was like a Heights versus Western Hills deal, and these guys were like hitting the ball too close to us, man. And it was like,
you can't
we're
have
not gonna
that.
stand for this, dude.
You gotta let that Happy Gilmore come out of like, no.
Yeah. I'm 13 years old now, man. I'm not taking this.
But then you're really just selling marijuana.
In my spare time, yeah. But on the and I just did the thing Paul said not to, where I hit my hands.
It's okay.
But, I remember that my friends got in a fight, and then there was another guy, and it was on like the tee box or whatever, and we looked at each other. It was a kid I'd known since 2nd grade, and we had separated, gone to different schools, and they're fighting, and it was wild ass, and then I'm like, oh, hey, man, what's up? And we literally had like a pleasant conversation next to like 4 people beating the crap out of each other. Just like, oh, it's good to see you. Whatever. How's your mom? Everything. So, yeah, that was my experience with public school.
Adventures.
It was good. I think I learned a lot of things, that helped later on, small business wise.
Street smart.
Yeah, you gotta
book smart.
You gotta have your P&L set. You gotta really know, your budget and just accounting and finances.
You're a businessman. That's all it was.
Yeah,
so proud.
This is supposed to be about Grady, and then
no, I love it. I love it. I mean, I'd never heard that story before, obviously. So I was pumped. I'm pumped.
Yeah, but then I went back to. Because obviously I needed Jesus, so I went back to private Christian school, and straightened up a little bit. I think maybe
you went to turnaround school first.
Yeah, it's just like a biography. Like, okay, well. Southwest High School. They had they made all the bad kids be in the portable buildings, and it was the worst.
Oh, dude, I bet there were some stories there.
But the funny thing was, I got kicked out separately, and then my friends got kicked out for fighting. So then our parents were like, "Oh, we can all carpool to the kids that are terrible school." So then we like carpooled together. So I was there with my friends, but I remember just being like, this is the worst experience of my life, and I gotta, get out of here. So
all's well that ends well, man. All's well that ends well.
But yeah, then private school, it was a good school, and I played football, played sports. So yeah, straighten out. And we went to different schools, but we both went to private Christian
It sounds
schools.
like a little creepy because we've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
How you like, you're like, and I told her that I had a fight. It's like,
Right.
okay.
It was a lie.
We were just good youth group friends.
There you go.
Just a couple of friends.
Yep.
No,
Just a couple of cool
no
friends.
ulterior motives at
Yep.
all.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Nothing
talk
to
about
say.
Grady.
Yeah.
So my experience growing up may have been a little different than yours.
Sure.
It sounds
Yeah.
like. How you grew up in Paducah? How long were you there?
I was there from 4 till I graduated when I was 18. So I was there my whole life. Yeah. And then moved to Lubbock and went to tech and that's where that's where I met a lot of our mutual friends
Yeah.
out there. And
We won't say names because warrants. And
yeah.
things like that, but, yeah.
So and then just kind of was a degenerate in Lubbock for a few years, as one will, and then eventually ended up meeting my wife and settling down a little bit, and then ended up moving to Fort Worth. So
Awesome. Was
it's a nice
Jimmy's
little journey.
big back then?
Oh, yeah.
What was the spot? That was the spot. so-
It was this. I don't want to. Okay, listen. I don't want to start anything, but like I wasn't a fraternity guy. I had
Okay.
friends who were fraternity guys, but me and my friends didn't really hang out down there. I mean, we would go there, but we didn't really fit in that much. We were
That makes sense.
we were more of let's go hire this 50-year-old man standing on the side of the road to take us out to the strip. You're familiar with the strip?
I'm not too familiar.
So
with the
when I was there, Lubbock was dry. So you had they didn't sell booze, and so you would have to go out to this place called the Strip, which is like 20 minutes outside of town. And it actually ended with me getting in a little bit of trouble with the law myself.
Okay.
A little minor in possession.
Okay.
I didn't get kicked out of school or
Common
anything, but
ground.
yeah, there you go. Just a couple renegades hanging out.
Thelma and Louise up
Yeah.
here, man.
So yeah, that that was more our MO of like, hey, that guy looks like he could use $5. Let's load him up and take him down to the strip and
Nice.
get a big old deal of Keystone.
And-
That guy's really rich now because he kept doing that for a while.
I highly doubt he's rich. I'm just hoping he's alive. Knowing I
That's
can't
all we
remember
can
his
hope
name,
for.
but he was living some life.
Man.
Let's just say that.
Smart.
We went to school in Tyler, and at the time it was dry, and you had to drive.
Kilgore or what was that there?
Palestine.
Palestine.
I always say it wrong.
Yeah.
It's the opposite
know.
of the one, over there.
Yeah.
Palestine, home of Adrian Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see his
Nice.
high school football videos. It's
It's
like
big,
him playing a child.
Dude.
Children.
grown man.
Would you guys drag the gut, as they say?
Drag the gut. I
Like,
don't know
go
what that
down-
is.
go
This is
down-
just saying we're fascinated with.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I want to be on board with this.
Do you want to say
One
the
day-
origin of?
Yes, and one day we'll do a whole thing just about sayings because sayings blow
Yes.
my mind.
Yes.
But anyway, drag the gut
Colloquialisms.
I love it.
right?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
would be like the main strip of your town.
Okay.
You and your friends would just ride
Yes.
up and down.
100%.
Lufkin,
Yes.
Texas. in
Lufkin,
this
Texas. My
instance.
dad always used to say that. So
Drag the gut.
Dragging the gut.
Yeah.
Go down to the
Yeah.
Sonics and pick up some girls. You know, man.
ugh. I remember
Yep.
the first time he said that, and I was like, "What? Drag the gut?"
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Paducah, Texas is close to Childress,
Yep.
Texas. That's
30
where
miles
my
south, yep.
uncle is from.
Okay. Yep.
And then my grandfather was from Hereford, which is near Amarillo.
Yes.
I
It's up there
believe.
too. Yep.
And it was like a cattle town, but he always talked about like cow poop. Did we say we could cuss on this or no?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to.
There you go.
Cow poop.
There you go. Yeah.
He would say smells like money.
It does.
That was the Hereford
Yes.
thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
And their high school mascot is the White Faces because of the Hereford
Still?
Bull. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
2020.
We'll
but
Google it.
Let's be careful.
How'd you and your wife meet? Was that at Tech or?
Yeah, it was after Tech. So I'd already graduated. She was in physical therapy school with a mutual friend.
Oh.
And this is actually kind of a funny story. One of their classmates was going to do this eating challenge at a
Okay.
bar.
Man.
And
like a
this
chicken wings or
it
some
was,
kinda,
it was like
Corn
it was
dog.
like a 50-minute fried corn dog to see if you could eat it. And I can't remember the name of the bar, but it was like a pound burger, pound of fries,
Jeez.
and then like 8 like crazy hot
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah.
And so like a big group of us, like, man, it was like 20 people. It was a spectacle. And the dude didn't even get close.
Yeah,
I'm talking about he failed miserably. Everybody was watching him and it was just it was sad. But I ended up meeting her formally there. She'd been kind of like stalking me at a coffee shop.
Nice.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Hot commodity.
Yeah, but apparently I was just like this nerdy guy with big headphones who like watched skateboarding videos and stuff like that.
Awesome.
But long story short, at the end of the night, she wrote her number on a bar napkin and folded it into a paper football, and flicked it and hit me.
Smooth.
And I was by then it was done. I was like, okay, this is the one. This is it.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's
now
awesome.
there's human beings on this world that otherwise wouldn't have been here.
Your friend is throwing up chicken wings in the background. You guys are falling in love.
It really was. I think it ended up with like a Snickers ice cream bar and yeah, there's nothing better like 2:30 a.m.
Pro moves. That is great.
We
So
were
good.
discussing the merits of a good ice cream bar the other day.
You can't beat it.
Yeah.
No, you
Like
can't.
a gas station, you look over, they got the little cooler thing.
Oh, yeah.
Pop the old lid and a couple Snickers.
And two, especially here, maybe go off seminary, you know what I'm saying? They got the paletas in
yes,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't even try to Google translate the ingredients.
No.
But just enjoy.
Yeah. The ones where you know they're fires where they don't have wrappers. You know what I mean? They're just in the thing. Just different flavors.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like you got a
Fire.
mango, but then it's got like a
yeah,
little
dude.
coconut on it, maybe, or
Yes.
something else. Yeah.
Living dangerously.
I love it.
Yes.
So, and your wife's name is Casey, right?
Yes. Yep.
So Casey too does a lot of things, but she also helps you on the music side, right? What is her involvement with everything?
These days, everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything from the actual songs, the stylist to sounding board for jokes,
Nice.
things like that. But formally, she's kind of like the ipso facto manager of that people aren't contacting her directly, but she handles a lot of the numbers and stuff like that. And she's
That's
a really
awesome.
smart lady. I mean, she's got her doctorate, so
Yeah.
and I barely graduated college, so it's like
Well, it's better than me. Yeah. I was
not to rub it
there.
in, not to brag, but I graduated from Texas Tech, so it's basically Ivy League. I'm really killing it.
Yeah.
So, but
I was,
she does a ton, and more than anything, she just keeps me in line. And when I start losing my mind, she puts me back in my place. So that's good.
I think there's something to that. Like we're a husband.
We already
and wife
talked
team.
about you getting kicked out of what,
That
ninth
was
grade?
years ago.
I'm just saying. There's common things
It's
here.
true. It's true. Yeah.
I had a dream the other night. I told her, and it was like one of those nightmares where you're like sweaty when you wake up. And the dream was we were in front of this podcast is going off the rails, by the way. But the dream was we're in front of like a judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, "You guys were taking your TABC license, right?
Oh, wow.
You guys are screwing up."
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And because he was like, we found out, when you were 13 years old, you sold weed to that girl in art class.
Dang.
And it was an art class. And,
Hey, you want your art to be real good? I got something for you.
yeah. And they were like, that's it. You're done and your business is over. And I was like, what? And I
And you're
woke
like,
up.
I did my time.
Yeah, I did. I did my time. I was like, yeah.
You yelled this in real life or in the dream?
The next morning he was like,
Oh, yeah.
man, I had a really bad dream. And I was like, what was it? And he's just like, well, we lost our TABC, blah, blah, blah.
It's all over.
And he was like, I told the judge, like, I did my time, bro. Like, sorry.
It sounds like it's still fresh. I mean,
know.
guess,
You
man.
maybe need to talk to somebody about
I
this.
don't know.
I don't want to say any therapy, but I need therapy. So like everybody needs a little therapy sometimes.
You're not wrong. So,
Yeah.
what the hell
Dude,
were
it's
we
scary
talking
though.
about?
Talk about, so now you guys have 2 children.
Yes.
Their ages are.
Yeah. Austin is 6 and Grant is 3. So, yeah. This
So
is
you've
an
been
interesting
busy
chapter.
the last couple of months. Yeah.
Dude, man, this has been a
So are
wild
they
year.
schooling? Are they homeschooling or?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So my son, he hasn't started preschool yet. Austin, right now, as we speak, is like doing virtual because she's Fort Worth ISD,
Okay.
and they're all online until I don't know when. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she kind of loves it.
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's because Casey works Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like my job is like dad,
Teacher.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I don't love it that much, but I like looking at her, learn. I mean, she, like the other day she like unmuted herself all by herself and like yelled an answer, and I was like weeping with pride of just like this is awesome. But then it's like I'm over there trying to figure out the stupid window and what to click. I'm like, I'm 35 years old. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I did my time.
Crazy.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we're in it together, man. I get it. Yeah.
You guys.
we saw there's a meme of like a disheveled 4-year-old, and it was like, I gotta send all these emails and like text my teacher and staring at a computer screen like
it's so weird. Like it's very nerdy, but we ended up getting her like the blue blocker because I mean the first week she looked at her computer for 30 hours. You know what I mean? It's just like it's crazy. Yeah. But
does she have PE online?
Yeah. Like they do little breaks and like they do funny dances, and it's just like this is
Macarena.
Silly. Yeah, it's like so wild. It's a weird world, but then again, like we'd probably be stressing out if she was going like
for sure.
Licking her fingers and all that stuff. Because they're little kids. They don't know. They
don't care, dude. That's the first thing you're going to do as a little kid, right?
Yeah.
Like spit on some other kid.
I hope not spit.
I mean, hey,
you never know.
We had a different childhood, I think. So
things get wild on the golf course.
Apparently. Yeah. Pecan Valley freaking hills course, man.
Just hawking loogies on each other.
It gets wild out there.
Yeah.
Our sister-in-law is a teacher, and they're still online.
I think till they extended it. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's like end of September maybe, and then they have an option so the kids can go or not. But my mom's been keeping one of the girls because she's teaching and she has another daughter, so it's just insane. And then she's like, my mom texts, she's like, Violet's doing PE right now, and I was like, what? That doesn't make sense.
It's so weird.
Hey, it's working for her now, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so.
I'm just stoked that, like, in January, I stopped the construction thing. Like, if I hadn't done that and I was still doing construction, I don't know what we would do.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
The leap. The leap.
Yeah. What a year to do it, too.
Yeah. So you were, I mean, I don't want to say part-time because you were kind of full-time musician and also full-time construction.
Yep.
But then one of the last conversations we had, I think, was you saying that you'd gone, okay, we're going full musician. And then the other, COVID and everything. You guys had a crazy tour lined up. What were you calling it on the posters?
The What Would Have Been tour. 2020. Yeah.
Which is just so sad.
It's so sad. But it also makes it look like, when you write it down, it's like, man, they were really getting after it.
You guys had a ton of dates, a ton of stuff going on. So one, what was that like? How did you get to that point of, because that was a big deal for us when we opened the food truck. We kind of had a lot of stuff going on, but it was really like, we got to do, we just got to do this. Like what prompted that where you said, I'm just going to go for it?
Sure. I'd done commercial heating and air conditioning stuff, construction for like 8.5 years, almost 9 years. And, not to brag, but I was pretty good at it. Like, I mean, better than music. I always tell people that, like, you think I can sing? Like, dude, I could bang some ductwork. And so, like, I really enjoyed it and always had, but obviously the music thing has, like, always been important and, like, always what I wanted to do and was the goal. And got signed to a booking deal with a company out of Nashville. I guess that was last fall. I can't remember. Sometime last year.
Dang, that's awesome.
And so he was like really getting after it and like doing his job. And so it reached a point to where, like you said, I mean, I was doing 40 to 60 hours a week on a construction site, but also doing a full-time touring load. And so it was 2 full-time jobs. And it just reached a point where, like, I went to therapy, actually. I mean, I was about to have a breakdown.
Can I borrow that number?
Yeah, sure. He's a good dude. You'll love Tim. I actually name dropped him on the new album whenever we start recording it, because it was like, I have a song about therapy, because it was like, that was the moment where it was like, he was like, you can't keep doing this. Like, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah.
And I think I already had a little bit. And it kind of like just clicked of like me and Casey sat down and started looking at the numbers of like what we need to bring in every month. And is this possible? And we actually, without even realizing it, somewhere along the way, the music had started making more money than the construction side had, which was always construction music on the side. And so it was like, now's the time, you know? And so January 3rd was my last day on the job site. And then March, whatever, was like, it all fell apart. So it was a little crazy. And honestly, like, I don't know that if you'd have told me in January that this was going to happen, it would have been, I don't know that I would have made the same choice, but I'm glad I did. Yeah. And I for sure would have thought I've already had gone back to construction by now. And we haven't, just because people are still listening. And
that's awesome.
Because you've done like virtual shows and stuff. See, that's,
what is cool. Corona Town?
Yeah, Corona Town. Yeah. So I wanted to do, you know, not putting down anybody at all, because everybody's just trying to do their best, musicians wise. But I wanted something different from just somebody setting up a phone and like IG Live or whatever, which is cool in itself, but it's like everybody's doing it. And so
there's a cat walking around in the background.
Exactly. It never sounds good, and it always just, if their connection's bad, it just looks horrible. And so I got a good camera and like started learning this software called OBS and like just started like doing live streams. And you know, just throw the old Venmo up there, and people, it's basically like a tip jar. And you know, it helped pay the bills for many months, and I haven't been doing it that much lately, but I took it, and I'm sure y'all are the exact same way of like, when there's a challenge, like I just want to get creative on how to meet it. And the goal was to not go back to construction, and I haven't had to yet, you know? So
that's a strong motivator, I would say.
And not that I never will, because like, who knows what's going to happen, but because I enjoy that job a lot, and I might do it again sometime, but I really like being a music guy more. So yeah, it's been good.
That's awesome, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we always joke, like, when we opened the food truck, we had $100 on our bank account when we opened the first day. And it was, if this doesn't work, like, we're going to live with our parents. Like, there's no safety net. I mean, that would have been fine. But, you know, it would not live with my parents. That would have been, I don't think we could have handled that. But
what were y'all doing? I don't think I knew this. What were y'all doing as jobs before the food truck?
So right before the food truck, I worked for an oil and gas company in town in Fort Worth. But I was a part of their security division. Pretty big job, pretty serious job. And
did you have to kill anybody?
You know, it's classified.
Okay, sorry.
Like, you know, we can't really, you know, look, I'm an open book, but like, you know,
drug dealing, we can talk about all day, but oil and gas murders, not so much. Hits, you know, look, things like that.
Off the table.
Checks cash, so, you know. No, it was, I worked like for the lady who owned the oil company. Which was cool, but it was kind of like project based. So like, you know, I basically did security on a project, and then after that, it was kind of like, well, you could do this, and basically like take this old man's job. And that was another thing that I probably need therapy for, because I was like, this is not cool, right? This is very awkward. And I too, it doesn't sound like your situation. Like, I hated this job. Like, I hated my boss.
But we got like insurance for the first time.
That's why I took it. Because I was working, we both worked at Joe T. Garcia's, delicious Mexican dishes, Fiesta Gardens, and worked there for a while. And you make, you know, bank over there too. This is back in the day. But then, you know, it was like, am I going to do this the rest of my life type of thing, you know? And then I got that job they offered me. So we did that. But then once the project was over, basically I worked for a little bit, and then they laid me off, because it was kind of like, there's not really anything else to do. And
we also had one car and could never get there on time.
Oh, dang.
So like, I would take the car.
Terrible employee, I'm sure. In hindsight, I was an awful employee.
I would drive him.
Not motivated.
And be late every day.
That's never been our strong suit. Punctuality.
Yeah, it's overrated.
That's why we're our own bosses now.
There you go.
But yeah, so I got laid off from that, and then and Emma was working oil and gas for a different company, and kind of had a more secure job.
Yeah, I actually really liked it.
But so yeah, so for us, it was this weird thing of we had been doing our pop-up dinners. We called it Meat Club, T&E Meat Club. And I got a smoker from my uncle that he basically just gave me for free. And so we were using that kind of like you were doing. We had somebody would play guitar, we'd have beer, we'd work out some kind of menu. I'd be working 40, 50 hours. And then as soon as we got off, would start cooking Friday night through the night. And then we would do Saturday, usually, right? Like Saturday night.
Saturday evening,
And then, so it was like, just awake for like 36 hours. And then and Emma would do the sides. My mom would help too, do the sides and stuff and all this. And so through that, I was able to cook with some guys in Austin, some like really big name barbecue people. And so I'm sure you can be honest. I'm sure I was probably annoying of like, I want to open a barbecue place, but like, you don't have any money.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
Cool, man. Yeah. Like I want to be a rock star. Like, okay, well, whatever. Like, and so, I applied at probably 5 or 6 barbecue places, and I didn't have any experience. I worked in restaurants, but I remember one place, the guy was like, you cut too slow.
Oh, dang.
Like, well, okay, whatever. What a weird thing to, but.
Now, what would you say to one of our cutters?
Well, what's our number one rule? Seriously, our number one rule is don't cut yourself.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, be nice.
No. I mean, who cares about that?
Yeah.
No, but so then it was like, okay, I want to make a go of this, but like go work for somebody. And I couldn't get hired locally. And then my friends in Austin were like, you could come work for me. And so I went down there, but then it was like, and I'm glancing over.
Well, you're also getting to our other podcast that we're going to do.
Oh yeah.
Our whole other one.
Yeah. But anyway, so we didn't want to move to Austin and stuff and all that. And so I was laid off. We were kind of just doing these meat clubs for fun. And then I was looking up propane tanks on Craigslist, as you would do.
Yes.
To build another smoker. Mm-hmm. And I found the food truck for lease at Republic Bar. And we basically like spent all of the money we had to
was
open.
Terrifying.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Really scary.
Yeah. And you were near Turkey, Texas, right?
I was in Midland, Texas at the time doing some, my company would have us go in and get files if one of our clients purchased land. So I was there
title
for several,
stuff,
title, all that stuff. So I was there for a couple of days, and Travis is like, I think I found this food truck. And I'm like, okay, like what's going on? Because like I know how much money we have.
Yeah.
And we had like exactly the deposit set aside in our savings, which was like $1,200.
Yeah.
Seriously. I had to rent a Kia Sophia, I believe, to get to Midland.
First of all, not to interrupt, but has there ever been a better name for a vehicle? Kia Sophia? Are you serious? It just rolls off the tongue.
No, it's so
and you
good.
know they don't have it in like black. It's like aqua or like maroon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so that you called. I was in I believe a La Quinta.
It's got a lawnmower motor in it. Yeah.
I was in a La Quinta, and you're like, I think I'm going to do this. And I was like, all right, babe, like, I guess you should, because we were kind of running out of things to do. And,
but I remember trying to get out of it.
No, then you called back and you were like, I can't, I'm too scared. And that's when I was like, dude, just do it. Like there's no other time or whatever. And I had a decent job.
Yeah.
So I kept working full time and doing the sides and stuff. And that allowed you to really jump in full force, because there's no other way. And then I guess, so that was February. And then in May, I was able to quit.
Yeah. Cause we opened February 2015. Mm-hmm. And two, like she's saying, like with y'all, she's like, you did what she was also working full time, like helping, doing sides, doing all that stuff. And then on the weekends, like cashier, do it like every, it was a real like husband and wife team, but talking about whatever strong woman behind every great man.
Thanks, man.
This thing.
That's right.
I mean it, but
shout out to Casey.
That's right.
Yeah. But I guess, enough about me, but we don't make that decision with 2 kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that had to be
it was bonkers, because that was the thing, is that the whole family was on my insurance. And so that was honestly the money stuff. Like I'm a hustler. Like I'm going to get the money. No matter how, like I'll figure out a way to get the money. But the insurance thing is a whole nother beast. And so we had to figure that out before I made any decisions, and we did. And ended up, I've got my own policy over there. Like we just paid cash for it. Not to brag, because it wasn't that much money. Because I don't think it's that great. I haven't used it yet. So like they're probably like, "What is this? You got hustled, son."
It's like on a napkin or something.
Exactly. Like, so yeah, Lord, man, I hope it holds up someday. But knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah, but they're on because she works for Lake Worth ISD, and so they're on their insurance. And
the frogs.
Yeah, that's
I have a whole strange knowledge of all that,
dude. Yeah,
by the way,
it's a thing. But yeah, it was scary. But then again, like, you know, the music business is so crazy in that everything's streaming and digital now. I mean, not everything, but most of it. And there's a lot of tools where you can see right now. I could pull up and tell you how many people are streaming on Spotify, you know, like, and where they are. And so there was a lot of data to like look at and say, if we keep going with this, as long as I don't make a album saying the moon landing was fake, then
that's our other podcast.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Then the numbers, if they stay here and don't tank, then we can figure out a way to make it work. And so
that's awesome.
So far, we haven't been evicted. And it's going good.
Man, good for you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank y'all. It's been exciting, and I'm having a blast. Like, if I was on a job site, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. Like, I'd be like, sorry, I can't come. So like, I'm getting to do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, and I apologize. You probably would rather be there than doing this.
On a job site? No. This is so rad.
Speaking of, it just came to we have a mutual friend that doesn't believe in dinosaurs. And do
you know who that is?
You could probably guess.
He's really tall.
Okay. Really? Yeah. He doesn't? Are you serious?
We need to have him on as maybe not, but yeah.
That would be an interesting podcast. But I just learned, Casey showed me some Instagram account stuff last week of there's a whole sect that like they're woke. Yeah. They don't think that that's real. But then this person, and y'all tell me how crazy this is. This person says that the dinosaur bones are fabricated, but they definitely believe in dragons.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Of course.
But when would, if there was no dinosaurs, when would the dragons pop up? You know?
Khaleesi had to awaken them.
Yeah. Like 1400s probably. No, I get that. I'm actually at war with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the handle?
And nothing again. I mean, there's some smart people. I'm sure they really thought it through. And if you really believe that, then God bless you. But man, I just can't get my mind there.
Yeah. Those people buy records too, hopefully.
Exactly.
So, GradySpencer.com.
That's right, dude.
If you need a corn dog.
My Spotify's numbers are like plummeting right now because apparently that's all my people.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize it, and I just like dissed everyone. And now I'm back on a job site.
It was a good run.
Right. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
So speaking of Spotify and others, I know I've seen two other mutual friends, musicians have kind of been critical of that. Like how do you make money as a musician?
How does that work?
I mean, I know live music has got to be a huge part of it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk softly because it's just I think the people who really rag on streaming, there's a couple of things. They've either signed a bad deal, right, and somebody else is making the money, or they're just not getting that many spins,
right?
Which, I mean, compared to a lot of my friends, I'm not up there by any means, but I'll say this, like, you know, I've been able to get, like the food truck thing, like I had to save up enough money.
Yeah.
You know, the first album I think cost like $5,000 or something. Yeah. And we just paid that out of our pocket. And so it's really hard to do that, but it's also an investment of like, from then on, you don't have to cut anybody else in.
Right.
And so that album is going to make me money until...
That's awesome.
Until it's gone, until it goes away. And so there is definitely some tomfoolery, and like the big labels are the one. Yeah. Thank you. I love it. Tomfoolery and whatnot. Heretofore, all great words. I'll have to work heretofore. I can't think of how it would be relevant right now, but
we'll get it in later.
We'll get it later. Something with corn dogs, but there's a lot of shady stuff going on. Like there's a lot of stuff in Congress right now of like trying to treat artists and songwriters fairly.
Right.
But for me and my experience, without having to cut anybody in, you know, you can work your way to making $2,500 a month. You know, easy. Yeah. And it's not easy. You have to get out there and play shows. You know, I started playing shows 10 years ago, and we're just now at the point where I felt comfortable doing that. So definitely somewhere somebody's making a lot of money. More than I am, but right now I'm not going to be greedy about it because I'm not going to be happy with it. So
Grady.
That's right.
Doesn't fit.
I get greedy in a lot of stuff. Heim barbecue. Don't touch the burnt ends. Those are mine. But when it comes to money, I just need enough to get by. That's it.
Dude, story of my life. And to, you know, I'm relating everything to me because that's what
I love it. Yeah.
When we opened the food truck, it was like, we had money for like 2 briskets, right?
Sure.
So it was like, I better not screw these up. Like you're spending 5 G's on an album.
Right.
That album better be good, right? Like, what is that mindset going into that? Like, no writer's block allowed.
Dude, it's scary. And like, I'm on it right now. Like, I've got the next album completely written, and it's like, I don't know who I'm going to work with yet, how much it's going to cost, but like, you just got to start building the money and do it. Because what's crazy is like, you always want to advance, but then you look at Spotify, my most streamed stuff is stuff that I did 8 years ago. And that I paid pennies on the dollar for what I'm looking at paying now. So it's like, you never know what people are going to like. And you can go crazy trying to guess, but all you can do is your best and try to put out the best art, you know?
And you said too, something interesting. You said that you just kind of now got comfortable, right? And so I know there's some Malcolm Gladwell book where he talks about the Beatles, and like a lot of people don't know, but the Beatles played a show or multiple shows every night for like something like 4 or 5 years before they got going and practicing. And he contributes that to, you know, experience and all that stuff. I mean, I know too, like you listen to a lot of podcast comedians and stuff, and they're like, you have to work for 10 years and then maybe you'll get a break. Is that kind of being,
it's so true. And like, I think it's hard because like you reach a point where you're all of a sudden visible to a lot more people than you were used to. But what they didn't see is, you know, 8 years ago playing, what was that restaurant? It's called Stella's in Lubbock. This like Italian restaurant. And they would put you in this dark corner. You play for like 4 hours. $75, you know, and it's just like, it wasn't glorious at all, but I loved it. And like,
people are throwing breadsticks at you. And
well, like I remember one night, 4 hours, not one clap. And it's not like there weren't people there. They were there. They just did not care, you know? And so it's just like, that was a character moment. And so, like, I think if you really want to do it, like it's there's some people that get lucky and really blow up all of a sudden, but you kind of have to have at least some skins on the wall to like have any hope to, because I think the people who explode, they're not going to stick around for that long. I mean, like they're going to run out of whatever little juice they had in the tank, and then there's nothing left.
Like a firework.
So, yeah, exactly.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Great song.
She's doing good.
No, she's doing good. Just the song.
It is about passion, though.
It is. I was going to rag on Katy Perry's new album cover and how strange it is. Well, it's just, she's got the clown face thing. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Soup's weird.
But if she calls for a collab, hey, might be good.
Exactly. I'm not putting anybody down, all right?
My number is.
The next time we see Grady's in clown makeup on a Katy Perry music video.
Just like, they literally have ropes tied to my arms. I'm like doing marionette things for the right price. Everybody's got a number, you know?
What's
I got insurance to pay for here.
I'm not cheap, but I can be bought.
That's right.
Napkin insurance.
It's... There's a lot to that. Oh, yeah, and I'm looking at my notes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is, there's a fine line between creating, like, if you want to make art, who cares? Who cares if people are listening? You know what I mean? And like, there's stuff. I've got a little side project. I'm not even gonna say the name, but like, I sit around and make like nerdy electro music.
Awesome.
No one's ever gonna buy that. I'm never gonna make any money off of that. But if you want to make a career at it, is what I've learned is you've got to work really hard, and there's a million other people trying to do exactly what you're doing.
What's
100%.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then passion. I want to talk about that, but in a second. I just thought of what's the Mark Rebelet guy? How do you say his name?
Yeah, Mark Rebelet. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember us being at a bar or like maybe like a brewery or something, you know, one of those gigs. And this was maybe a couple years ago. And he was doing his electro.
He's wild, man.
With the going and you know, the way he looks and everything. Maybe Martin House.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, this is wild.
Yeah, dude.
Like I've never heard anything like this. Yep. And then a couple people in our group or whatever were like, what is this guy doing? Like, what the hell?
Call the cops. Get him out of here.
Like, did that guy just get a computer thing, you know, or something?
Totally follow him on Instagram now.
Yeah,
but he's a genius. Yeah, he's so good.
But now it's like that, like, nobody was like, hey, I want to do this kind of me. He was just doing his own thing. And then he did a collab with Erykah Badu the other day. That's a wild video.
Yeah,
but
it
cool.
is. Yes.
Something with Ice-T the other day. But it was that type of thing. Like, you know, he's like playing an Italian restaurant and then something happens and he pops and then he takes advantage of it. But how many of those gigs did he have where people are like, what is going on? Like, who gave this guy a microphone? And then now he's I guess he's doing well.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he's good.
So you said we're good on time. We're going pretty good. A lot longer than I thought. Thank you to Paul with Nexum Studios. Is that how you pronounce it?
Nexum Creative, yeah.
Nexum Creative, sorry.
Creative.
Yeah, you guys are doing awesome.
Yeah, Paul's awesome, and we have a tendency to procrastinate on things. And so I posted like 2 years ago, hey, does anybody know how to do a podcast? And then just never did anything. And that came up on Facebook the other day.
I'll give a shout out to Injectable Heather.
Yeah.
She gave me Paul's contact, and she's awesome. So she does her podcast here. So
it's awesome. Yeah. I've always wanted to do one too, and I've actually done like some at my house, but then I've never gotten around to posting them. So maybe me and Paul got it when Paul gets his new digs.
Oh yeah. And I'm always worried about saying something, stupid. So that's another thing I was kind of put aside. But Paul's great. Paul could be like a model, like a Abercrombie model or something, right? I mean, you got the look. Yeah.
got the look.
Yeah, you could moonlight at North Park Mall. Right?
There we go.
Abercrombie.
Just walk the runway, you know.
You used to work at Hollister, actually.
Yeah. First job.
Yeah. We don't.
I didn't even know my social security. I had to call my mom. That's how sheltered I was.
Dude, first job.
First job. Yeah.
I think I was cleaning horse stock because I was out in the country, so I was like scooping horse poop or something like that. I think I sprayed mesquites one summer.
Okay,
real country boy stuff. That's what people like. They think I'm like this hipster. Because in the country scene, like I am pretty weird compared to a lot of the other guys. Yeah, like they think I'm just like this hipster guy. I'm like I'm more country than all of y'all. Yeah. You don't even know.
Yeah, we would get that with when we opened Magnolia. It wasn't really before that, but when we opened Magnolia, and maybe being on Magnolia and it's artsy, whatever. But every now and then you'd see a review or somebody was like, "Oh, hipster barbecue."
All the time.
And I was like, no one's ever said that to my face.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like I've never in my life been called a hipster.
Do you serve corn dogs? You're a hipster.
Yeah,
dude, we do. Yeah, now I guess you can get like an artisanal corn dog somewhere. So I'm proud of that. Yeah, dude. I'm the corn dog guy now. What are we talking about? You mentioned passion. So especially now, our roles have changed dramatically, but we're really in a position, hiring and doing all that stuff, trying to set up all these different locations and stuff we got going on. One of the biggest things we look for is passion. People that are passionate about anything. You didn't really say that, but you kind of said it with your story. Like, how much does that play a part into like what did you say? Like the art matters. Like you have to do.
Yeah.
That's not really a question, but go ahead. Go ahead and talk for 5 minutes. Sorry.
It's literally like the base of his life, though. I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like for me, the music stuff is something that is a blast, and like somehow people are willing to pay money to come see it, and so like I truly enjoy that. But you're right, like we're all gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, not to be super, but like
GradySpencer.com.
Exactly, yeah. But if you're not enjoying what you're doing and you're miserable, then what are you even doing?
Exactly.
Like, find something that you're really pumped on, and like, the internet's a crazy place. Like, you know, I saw some lady the other day. Like, what are the round deals with the needle and the thread? Point stitch, something's cross stitch.
Needles.
She was like making art with that. And it was insane. Like crazy, like 3D. And it's just like, there's so much cool stuff in the world that you could be doing. There's no reason why you should be sad. You know, not sad. I take that back. There are tons of reasons to be sad. There's no reason to not be passionate about
the reasons
something.
why you could be sad. No,
Let's get into current events, shall we? Let's look outside. But
there's like some dudes, I think, I don't know, I think it's India, I'm not sure, but they like dig holes, but they like it's on YouTube, and they have like millions of followers.
I know that guy.
Like,
I watched him. It's crazy. So it's just like, we're here, like you might as well find something that you really like to do, and like maybe it'll be a career, maybe it won't. Like maybe during the day you're washing dishes, and at night you're like making computer music or something. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I think it's a way to really release and like get breathed back into. Because there's just a lot of ways to just become like really pent up, and like if there's no outlet or no way to bring good stuff in, then it's like super destructive.
We were talking about that with like on the way over, literally, of the jobs we had before and stuff, and how, you know, the whole week, and then it's like you do like Friday at 5, and you're just like, man, I cannot wait. And then, you know, you just, you know, it's
and there's a way. I mean, it's like if you're passionate about Ferraris, then you got to go do some crappy stuff. You're probably gonna have to have a job you don't enjoy, but then when you get that Ferrari, enjoy it and be passionate about it.
Take the
you know
top
what I mean?
It's weird. That's my passion.
There you go. I mean, me too. But y'all might have seen on Instagram, like I started going down the super yacht rabbit hole on YouTube. It was insane, dude. And it's just like, it reaches a point where like you're looking at like $50 million yachts, and then you see like a $500,000 yacht, and it's like,
this is garbage.
This is trash. But it's like you envision yourself like sailing around this yacht. But then again, I'm thinking like, what do they do? Like they leave land, they go out in the middle of nowhere. And then they drink a mimosa.
And then you're there.
Turn around and come back.
Couple mimosas, but
Couple mimosas.
We're avid viewers of Below Deck, the show on Bravo.
I don't know what that is.
We just dropped like 1,000 levels in Grady's book.
So,
y'all don't know. Like me and Casey watch some really cheesy stuff. So whatever it is.
It sounds like it would interest you, but it's basically, you know, the life and reality of a yacht crew.
I'm already in.
Super yacht.
I'm sold.
And then
it's real, or it's like a
no, it's
written?
real.
Oh, okay,
it's real.
Real-ish.
I mean, there's
real-ish.
There's probably one of those, but they just have the worst people that come on, because I guess too, it's like, you know, like think about the type, like Jerry Jones money, right? Like you gotta be making it to buy a yacht. What about if you just want to lease a
charter?
Yacht? Charter. I'm sorry, charter. I don't know all the terms.
Gosh,
but,
get it right.
For like 3 days. So it's like, you know, usually people that have money, but like they don't have that much money, and they're trying to, you know, flash a little bit. So they're just dicks to the chef and the crew, and then the crew's just having sex with each other. You know, it's like there's no work going on. It's like,
partying so hard.
You put the jet ski up the wrong way, you know, you're fired. Like just anyway, but
might interest you.
I'm into it, because I mean, there was a part in one of these videos of like, you know, here's the kitchen. Like if you want, you can cook, but you know, if you have a crew, you just have to push this button, and then there's like a divider, because they don't want to see peasants. You know what I mean? Like we can't.
Gross.
We cannot look at these people scrambling our eggs. Okay, there's no way. And I was just like, man, what a stupid way to live.
I know.
So
but
crazy.
I would do it.
I mean, I would be out there sunbathing with the best of them.
Should we start a goals list?
Yeah.
Grady and Heim's. Like,
well, that's a good point. We brought up, we started a Patreon, and it's for the sole purpose of getting a super yacht. So if you want to contribute, it's patreon.com Heim Time Podcast.
Anti-dividers between crew and person, though.
Yeah, I mean, we have that at the
Actually,
house.
we're going to be our own crew.
Yeah, we have that at the house because I'll be cooking and Emma's like, gross. Like, just shut
enough.
this off. Yeah,
enough. Put on some clothes for Pete's sake.
Good Lord. She makes me wear the outfit too, full chef's coat with the taupe and everything. But
it's better than the other thing, like scrambling eggs in the nude. Yeah, something like that.
Bacon, that could be dangerous. Yeah, that could be really dangerous.
Could hurt.
Speaking of, one of our questions: do you cook a lot at your house? Because you
I've started to
really good videos that Travis and I were cracking up.
Thank you.
Watching,
man, I'm honored. I'm honored about that. Yeah, I mean, I've always done little ones and twos here, but then I found Maddie Matheson on YouTube and. Action Bronson and all those people. And I just like started watching all these cooking videos. I'm like, man, this is awesome. And it's just like people who kind of look and talk like me doing stuff. And so that's always, now I'm kind of like, well, screw it. I'm gonna try it. Why not? So I've been, doing a little of this, a little of that.
That's awesome.
Number one rule is don't cut myself.
Yeah.
I break it all the time. Yeah. But
we'll do barbecue classes and stuff, and like people think I'm kidding, but I'm like, seriously, like, just, you'll be all right.
What's the craziest thing is that like I don't do like the fancy, like the real fast stuff, but the day that I was like, okay, I'm gonna like tuck my fingers in and like really do it like they say to do it. Yeah, that's the day I really cut myself bad.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, just take your time. No one's here to look at you. Who you trying to impress? Just cut the stupid meat and go about your day. You know,
you don't have Gordon Ramsay yelling at you.
Exactly. Like what am I doing here? Like I'm not a 3 Michelin star thing.
We met. Speaking of Maddie Matheson, who's awesome. We met him at Hot Luck Festival
in Austin.
Oh,
nice.
And he's larger gentleman. It was so miserably hot, and he had taken his button-down shirt. Or he had opened it up and then fastened it like you would, like a bikini
brassiere
almost. Yeah.
Yes.
But
he tucked it in.
Yeah, dude.
And just an awesome and like the nicest guy. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I can't watch the videos around the kids because he's got a potty mouth, but
for sure,
I think he's kind of a genius.
Yeah,
I like him.
He has some really good cookbooks. Before we get into anything else, should we play our game? Our first
Let's do
game?
it.
Yeah.
Time, Paul, we're doing good. You don't need anything? Okay. So this podcast is sponsored by Corn Nuts. We love Corn Nuts. They're delicious road trip snack, or if you're just at the house. What can I say about Corn Nuts that hasn't already been said? But delicious, Grady. We went with the original.
Yes.
I know you seem like maybe a ranch, maybe. But
he's like, no.
So this is the price. So
I only eat corn nuts when I write music.
For real?
I don't know what camera to look at.
Yeah, you can look at all of them.
We got to get sponsored.
Paul zoom in. Yeah. I mean,
sponsors.
let's be honest. This budget is not great. Like Paul's already got everything set up. We just walked in here, so we need that Corn Nuts money. Okay, so I'm gonna read. How about I read one and then you read one? Don't let Grady see though.
Okay, I'm not seeing this. I have really bad eyes, so there's no way I could read that anyways.
All right.
So
I'm actually illiterate. I can't read. Thanks for bringing it up.
We may have to cut this anyway for copyright reasons, Paul, tell us. But the goal of the game is we've been fascinated lately with the, how can I say this? Grady, would you describe yourself as a songwriter?
Yes.
So Grady's a singer-songwriter, incredibly talented, probably a lot of musical influences. Who are some of your musical influences?
The original was Jack Johnson, believe it or not. That's the only reason I picked up the guitar. Yeah. And then it kind of moved on to the Black Keys. Now I'm listening to a lot of like LA guys, like actually they're not LA at all. Bahamas, he's Canadian. Okay. And then it's a band called Wolfpack. I think they're New York maybe. So awesome.
Yeah, I love Jack Johnson. So anyway, there's
all excellent musicians.
Yes.
Yeah, there's too many you can name, guys that really understand, the lyrics, how things, works to create the perfect song. So in that light, the game is we need a better title for it, but
okay.
Is this a Luke Bryan lyric or not?
Okay.
So we're going to hit you
This is a good game because I've Nothing against him. I've never heard one song from him.
No disrespect, of course.
No disrespect. All respect.
We're honoring his art, as you call it.
He might be a sponsor someday. Who knows?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. You know, we were gonna have him in. You know, I was like, Grady's coming today, so like we'll have to.
Maybe next time, Luke.
We'll see. You know, maybe we'll see. I might call him back.
Okay.
So anyway, is this a Luke Bryan lyric?
Okay.
Yes or no?
All right.
Bonus points if you get the correct artist, and for your prize.
So this is definitely a lyric.
It's a lyric
from someone.
It's a lyric.
It's either Luke Bryan or somebody else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
And this is kind of a softball to start, right? But
all right.
Can we do this, Paul? We could probably do this, right? As long as we don't sing it. Okay. Are you ready, Grady?
I'm nervous, dude. I'm gonna look like an idiot, but yeah, it hit me.
I'm trying not to sing it though because it's so catchy. But shake it for the birds, shake it for the bees, shake it for the catfish swimming down deep in the creek, for the crickets and the critters and the squirrels. Is this a Luke Bryan lyric?
That sounds too good for Luke Bryan.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay, that is a Luke Bryan song.
Dang. I was thinking Nelly.
It's called
Critters.
Oh yeah, Critters.
Crickets
Sorry,
and Critters
Nelly never said critters.
And the squirrel, and it's called "Country Girl, Shake It For Me."
Oh dang.
So the lyric is he's wants this young lady to shake it for the crickets and the critters and the squirrels.
I know what I'm listening to on the way home.
Okay,
I'm gonna make a
probably
playlist.
high up there on Spotify.
Dang, so far I'm not good. But
Right.
That's probably got 100 million listens on Spotify.
Right.
Okay,
People are gonna be listening to this like this guy must suck because he doesn't even know this art.
What a moron. Paul, is this bombing? Is this good? Is this funny? Okay.
You're stressing me out. All right. The next one. The way she fit in them blue jeans, she don't need no belt, but I can turn them inside out. I don't need no help.
Jeez.
Got hips like honey, so thick and so sweet. It ain't no curves like hers on them downtown streets.
All I can think about is when I do laundry, my wife, when she takes her pants off, they're always inside out. How come? Why do y'all do that?
Is that what he's talking about? With the
no,
laundry?
I think he's talking about something else.
Okay.
But why does her pants always inside out? I love you, Casey.
She
I
gets
guess
me
the
with the
same about
socks.
socks, shirts.
Yeah,
You complain
my
about
pants
the
are always inside the right side, but every
because
time
the
I'm folding
color.
hers, I guess.
It's the color fade.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on purpose? You don't want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you do turn them inside out.
Oh, okay. Maybe she's been doing it all along and I didn't realize it. This is like a therapy session indirectly of like through y'all are the conduit to my marriage growing right now.
It sounds like you and I have never done laundry, is what it sounds
No,
like.
I do it all the time. I just never say anything. I'm just like, well, here we go again with the inside out pants. I'm pulling back in.
You're correcting her like actual good
What a
work.
moron. Didn't she know how pants work? No, she's a very smart lady. I'm going to say... I'm going to say yes, I guess. I don't know. That seems like a silly song.
Oh for 2.
Dang, man.
Body like
Is
a
that-
back road.
Oh.
Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
Which is a
I do
catchy
know who
song.
he
That
is. He's a
catchy
good-looking young man.
He is.
song. Okay.
Good American.
So let's go. Should we skip ahead or
No, do it.
okay. Let's do I'll do 3 and then you do 4.
Okay.
And then we'll are you ready?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any corn nuts, but that's okay.
I mean, you know, we'll make a deal.
They're very
I got
rare.
some sour gummy bears in the van just calling my name right
If
now.
you lose, I'm just going to eat them right now as a snack. So
I was like, cry.
So number 3, just like the scarecrows, even when the wind blows, we keep our boots and our roots in these cornrows. That's clever. Where we threw down and we passed it around every Friday night. Just some old plowboys pretending we're cowboys. Is this a Luke Bryan lyric or not? Repeat it if you need.
I'm just listening to it. It's just so silly. Like, I'm sorry. Like they're laughing their way all the way to the bank, but it's just so silly when you read it.
But growing up in Paducah,
Yeah.
Texas, that's got to relate, right? Like in the cornrows, threw
Plow
in
Very
boys.
authentic.
passed it around every Friday night. Just some plowboys.
Yeah, we
pretending
didn't
we're
have
cowboys.
we didn't have corn. We only had cotton and peanuts. But Dude, I don't know. Yes, Luke Bryan.
That's correct.
Bingo. Yeah. Plowboys.
Yes.
That song is Scarecrows by Luke Bryan.
Yes.
Another classic.
Poetry.
So for our last, let's do 4? For our last one,
Paint a wall, learn to dance, call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend, can't we all get along?
That's more of a statement, I would say.
I think I'm going to make a t-shirt with that. At least a koozie.
First of all, paint a wall.
Paint a wall.
That's literally how the song goes?
Yeah.
In that order?
That's what it said. That's what you said. Yeah. I've never read this.
I mean, we might need Paul.
Can you do that one again? I want to really soak that one in. Can you say it one more time?
Paint a wall, learn to dance. It seems like live, laugh, love.
Yes,
paint a wall, learn to dance, call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along?
Like at the end, that's great. I'm with you.
I'm going to need to borrow a pen to write down what this song is so that I can listen to it on the way home.
Paint what wall?
The boat came out of nowhere.
That's completely right.
Is that right? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Paul.
Right.
Thank you, Paul.
So
the boat line just came out of nowhere.
Learn to dance. Yeah, I'm with call your mom. Yeah, of course.
All good things to do, but
buy a boat, then drink a beer. That's not even. You shouldn't do that, right? That's
people do that for sure.
I mean, I get it.
Buy a boat is aggressive, but ride in a boat.
Yeah.
Everything I've ever heard is don't buy a boat. Like have a friend
who has a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all they do is break down. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna hope that no, but
you're right.
I don't know.
That's a great job.
It's Get Along by Kenny Chesney.
Oh, Kenny!
Shout out, Kenny.
So you are tied. So let's do the final tiebreaker.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, this one's good.
Final tiebreaker.
This is the best one.
And there's so many good lyrics in the song, but this is what I picked out of it. Okay. And birds need bees, and ice needs whiskey. Boys like me need girls like you to kiss me.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing in the dark needs nitty gritty under that pale moon.
Well, that's a good reference, actually.
Yeah.
The nitty ditty.
Yeah.
Dirt band. So I gotta give him that. Yes, Luke.
You are the winner. Congratulations.
Dude.
Thank you, Corn Nuts and QT gas station in Westwood Village for supplying those for us. Thank you.
Okay, here's some real hard hitting stuff.
Okay.
QT versus Racetrack.
Okay, I'm in.
Go.
I'm in.
Go.
I'm gonna go.
QT, man.
I'm gonna go QT.
Yeah, me too.
You
I'm
too?
gonna go QT.
Yeah.
And QT too. The merits of they probably sponsor. Who knows, right? Maybe.
Yeah, dude.
Gas card.
There was QTs in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I have family, and we're like, what is this? Like a fancy 7-Eleven.
Yeah, dude.
The floor's not sticky. You can walk in there. It's relatively clean, and they have so many amenities.
Okay.
But
if they're not a sponsor yet, they will be.
Yeah, I
soon.
actually, I was thinking about this last night when I went in there, and it's hypothesis more than anything, but I think I know the cure for COVID, and I can say that now on this podcast, Paul. So the cure for COVID, I'm convinced, is eating off the roller grill at QT or 7-Eleven.
Dude,
Think so?
Are you with me?
Any gas station roller.
Restaurants are closed.
Yes.
Schools are closed.
Yep.
You can't do anything. You can get a buffalo chicken phallic shaped tender at QT Roller Grill. It doesn't make any sense. It's like herd immunity. Like everybody needs to go in there, have a hot dog. They're definitely not going to be a sponsor now. Get a little of the chili out of the plastic machine.
Yep.
And just slather that thing up, man.
The move is you take the buffalo chicken thing, put it in the hot dog bun, and then dress it as a hot dog.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the cure for anything.
Dang.
What?
That'll make you immortal, son.
We talking about a little ranch drizzle?
Dude, a little ranch drizzle. Get a little Tabasco packet.
Pico?
I don't like tomatoes that much.
Too aggressive.
Yeah.
continental, and
let's not get too crazy.
They do have a great coffee selection.
Yeah,
also.
they do.
They do. The drinks, the sodas. You can go in
Their
and get
pizza is fire too.
I have had the pizza. I used to, when I worked in commercial cleaning, I would go to Sam's Club and eat pizza almost every day.
Yeah.
Because you could get it for like 5 cents or
Why
whatever
not?
they sell it for.
Why not?
So anyway, you guys don't agree with my hypothesis?
No, I'm sure it's right.
I definitely do.
Let's
Dude, I'm telling you, it's there's
egg rolls. The egg rolls.
Yeah,
Let's try it.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right? We don't have anything else to.
What else we gotta do?
No, I'm a big QT fan. What else?
I'm gonna ask this one.
How are you on time?
Before
I've got nothing but time.
Okay.
Favorite local restaurant.
Ooh.
You don't have to say Heim Barbecue, but
I mean, y'all are up there.
Yeah, that's a given, but you know.
That goes without saying. I like Tokyo Cafe.
Ooh, yeah.
Camp Bowie.
Yeah.
That's like 10 minutes from the house. That's one of our favorites. They seem like great people too. I've never met them. I've seen them in there all the time. Yeah, dude, that's
Tokyo Cafe is good.
It's adorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They have like art. I mean, like the Japanese art or whatever. And then
Super cute.
I mean, we talked about it online. Szechuan.
Bro,
Szechuan.
You're a step ahead of me,
Restaurant
dude. I'm with.
spotlight.
So we try to
Szechuan.
do a restaurant spotlight every week, and that's what I was thinking. Restaurant spotlight, Szechuan, right?
Yes, dude.
So we're fans. So
Yeah.
we go to the one. I've been going to the one off Lock my whole life because we live over there. But the City View one, we would go to that
Both great.
after church. What's your order? What's your go-to?
Well, I like the almond chicken.
Yeah.
But I do like to get the sweet and sour chicken and dip.
Oh yeah.
Come
and then
on.
the poo-poo platter.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
The funniest name for
I'm so
food
hungry.
ever, but yeah.
So we'll do, and then I go General So's, no broccoli, because
Yes.
it just the truck smells like broccoli for days,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is nothing against them. 'Cause
Yeah.
they,
It's not their fault.
They do a great job steaming it. But this is too how you know you're doing it right. Usually when we order from Szechuan, they give us like 4 fortune cookies.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, there's at least 4 people eating this amount of food.
And,
right?
and then they do it in like a box,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They give it to you in a box.
And it's
They-
always like
a liquor box.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like, oh, they're getting
Oh,
it.
it's the best.
That's just like frugal though. That's being smart.
Dude, they're smart.
Yeah.
They're nice people.
What's your go-to order there?
It seems like a cop out because this is what kids eat, but I love it. Especially at a good Chinese food restaurant is the combination fried rice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
you get the shrimp, the pork,
Yeah.
chicken, the beef,
delicious.
and then throw a couple egg rolls on that bad boy. Really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
my love language
keep your lunch portion. Give me the dinner, no matter the time of day, and then I wanna feel it.
That's a hangover food too.
It's so good.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. And then it just popped into my head. I'm not familiar with the strategy, but will you order extra for your kids, knowing that you're going to eat their food if they don't finish it? Because that seems smart.
This is embarrassing as a parent, but our we've done a really bad job of opening their palate.
Okay.
They won't eat a whole lot. I'll tell you what they do eat
Yeah.
is corn dogs from Heim's.
Okay.
And y'all's French fries.
Yeah, yeah.
They love y'all's
Okay.
fries. And actually, the first time my daughter ever ate like proper meat that wasn't like Dyson chicken nuggets was y'all's brisket,
That's awesome.
Aw,
and she loved it.
man.
That's awesome.
So
Honored.
y'all are changing lives.
I'm honored.
Yes.
I know you guys didn't ask me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
my
please.
order is mushu chicken, no
Okay.
mushroom, extra hoisin sauce, and extra pancakes.
Dude, this
So I'm
man,
just saying.
he is doing
And the
it.
poo-poo platter.
Poo-poo
So,
platter, right?
They call that the Paul special, dude. You
Yeah,
call up
dude,
there
that's what I'm
and-
talking
yeah.
about.
I
Give me
know
the
my
paw.
order everywhere.
Give me the paw.
That's
Yeah,
right. Give me
dude.
the paw.
Yeah.
Do they? Because we were talking about his phone, the owner's phone etiquette.
In-
Do they ever
impeccable.
give you trouble of like, man, this guy here he comes with his modifications again,
Right.
or is he
No,
cool with it?
Well, he's pretty cool with it because all I do is just no mushrooms. The very first time I asked for it,
Yeah.
he was a little upset.
Just
Yeah.
hung up on
What's
you.
that guy's
Yeah.
name?
I
You
cannot
know that
remember
guy?
his
I need to
name.
find
I've been
out.
going to the City View one since I was like
Okay.
10 years old.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Man, I'm getting Szechuan later.
I've never been to that one. I've only been to the one on Lock.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Got
Best
like a
Bar.
big
Dude, they got-
fountain in it.
Yeah, they got the
Remember the
bar
fountain?
and
No.
stuff. It's
Oh, yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, the fountain up front is very nice. Very nice decor. What I love too, and we talked about this on Twitter a little bit, everything on the menu ready in 15 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
I'll see you in 15 minutes.
It doesn't matter what you order, and you get 20 items.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
usually not even a good buy, just like 15 minutes and then click.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I better get ready, dude. I got to get up. I got to put my shoes on. I know, man.
You like, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Was like Geographical Oddity, 2 weeks from everywhere.
It's a
like
great
that.
flick.
Yeah. Such a good movie.
Yeah, I wish I knew that guy's name. And we should have him on because.
Dude, I bet he's got so many stories.
Oh my God, I'm sure it's incredible.
You think he'd come on here? That'd be so cool.
When though? Like every time I'm called, he's always there.
Every time. Every time I'm in there, it's like he's in there working. That guy works his ass off. But
yeah,
I'm gonna reach
super
out.
Nice. When I went in, this was like right at probably like peak, COVID, whatever, scare and all that. And we picked up food on purpose because I'd heard like, Asian restaurants were really getting it rough.
Yep.
And I was like, how's everything going? Whatever. And he was like, why is this guy talking to me? Clearly.
Yeah.
But he said their takeout was doing good, but it was tough.
Oh yeah, dude.
Tough. So we try to go there pretty often, and it's self-fulfilling. Like I just want to eat the food, but it's also it's like, well, I know
good deed,
scratching each other's back.
Yeah, and we've talked about that, but like literally any restaurant that you care about is struggling right now.
Yeah,
there's unless you're like Chick-fil-A, or something like that, you're doing all right. But especially those guys. So too.
Have y'all ever, real quick before we move on?
Yeah.
Super sorry to derail, but I've had this thought. One of my culinary discoveries is like the art of ramen because I like good ramen.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever done like a collab with somebody, like throwing y'all's barbecue on some ramen?
That'd be awesome.
I've had that thought before of like, dude, some Heim barbecue on top.
That would be awesome
instead of the pork belly. Ooh.
I know
bacon. Burn-ins.
Yeah.
What are they?
I was just like, my brain just exploded.
Can you imagine?
Dude,
I actually had that thought, dude. Y'all need to reach out to somebody.
I really like Hanabi.
What's that? Is that the place off 7th behind Blue?
Yeah. It's good. And I think they have a couple locations, but Ramen Tatsuya in Austin does with Franklin's brisket.
Oh,
Franklin barbecue brisket.
Every time we play Austin,
I'm sure
we go there pretty much every time.
We tried to go one time, and it was one of those Austin things where it's like 5-hour wait and all.
You gotta get there early for sure.
But I've heard if you want ramen, that's a place to go.
It's amazing.
For sure.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, so restaurant spotlight. Were you gonna say something, Paul? Oh, okay. Restaurant spotlight. Szechuan Chinese restaurant.
Do it.
2 locations that I know of. Locke 5712 Locke Avenue. They don't really have a website, which is another it's
That's
good.
when you know it's good.
What I mean, like they'll find us.
Yep.
4750 Brian Irvin Road. That's over City View, kind of by the Specs over there. Tell them Travis, Emma, and Grady sent you.
You will not be sorry.
Ask for the Paul special. I'm sure they'll know what that is. But yeah, it's awesome. So that's, and we want to spotlight them.
I love it.
Were you going to say something else?
No.
Okay.
I'm all about it.
That's good.
Anything else for Grady? You're one thing I had, going back to food, you're a big charcuterie guy.
Yes.
What is, describe your perfect charcuterie plate?
Here's what I want.
And I know you're passionate about this, so that's
I am super like, because what makes me the maddest is there's people on Instagram who has like 500,000 followers.
Yeah.
It's just like this hoity-toity, like perfect, like what is this? You know what I mean? Like I get it, like you're rich or whatever.
Right.
Let's bring it back to the people, man. Let's get blue collar on this, dude. Let's get some saltines on that bad boy.
I'm gonna run through a wall for you right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, bring it to the normal person.
Saltines.
Like, who wants to eat salmon pate
Not me.
on a $20 cracker? Not me.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be delicious. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so go on.
Pate always looks gross, but I'm the type of guy, dude. Hit me with some saltines, some rich crackers.
Yeah.
I like a good water cracker, like a thin, crispy cracker.
Sure.
Don't get too crazy, all right? You need some cheddar,
cube sliced?
No,
texture?
sliced.
Okay.
Yeah, like it should be on a sandwich, but you fold it up into 4, and then you got 4 little squares. Okay. So 1 square equals 4. You know what I mean?
And this is why he's an artist. Where the artistry comes out. You're not just slapping it on a board.
That's right. Passion. Okay. You're talking about passion. This is passion right here. Yeah. And
so a little cheddar.
Some cheddar. Okay, so I will get a little crazy. Casey got busted off some decent brie on me.
Okay.
So you can throw a couple extra dollars on a good
delicious.
Brie. Yeah. And
not to interrupt, but
sure.
Did you toast it at all? Do you warm it up, or you?
Yeah,
just
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
I had learned that the hard. I actually didn't learn it the hard way. It's good either way, but
right.
but somebody did, because you're referencing like the Instagram videos, right?
I've seen a few.
Yeah, so there was a time where I was doing it every Sunday night and making stories about it, and people were like loving it, and so one lady was like, "You got to warm that up. It'll change your life." Yeah. And I did, and it did. Awesome. And it was insane. It was crazy.
We do a little Havarti.
I'll do a little Havarti, and then we always do it's Gournay Boursin cheese. It's like a cream. Looks like an upside down yogurt cup, but it's like very spreadable.
Okay.
And it's crazy good. And then, the meat, let's not be too wild. Maybe some salami.
Okay.
Capicola. A little bit of just lunch ham again. Whatever you got laying around,
Yeah.
But the secret.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I should be telling this.
I think I know where you're going with this. I'm very excited. Yeah, go ahead.
Frickin' popcorn.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Listen, Betty, with your 500,000 followers and your nuts and your cranberries.
In your ivory tower. Yeah.
Put it where the sun don't shine and give me some Orville Redenbacher.
Okay.
Because, dude, it really opens it up, man. I don't know what it does, but it really, you mix that by the popcorn with some decent brie and a decent meat, buddy. You got yourself a meal. Because that's the thing. It's like, it's horrible for you. Like you might not go number 2 for a while. You be eating that poo-poo platter. Yeah, sorry. I just did poo-poo humor. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all are
fine.
Yeah, we're going blue.
I knew better than that. What am I doing?
We all die, right? Isn't that the theme of the podcast?
We're all gonna die. I would rather die with just my large intestine just jam-packed full of normal sandwich cheddar. That's what I want, and popcorn.
Dude, like a American, man.
Just
probably
like
George Washington went out the same way.
Oh, dude. I think didn't Elvis die on the toilet? I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Yeah. And,
some people say he's not gone though.
Yeah, I mean
Google that.
That's for our other podcast.
Dude.
Oh, geez,
Stevie Wonder's not blind. Yes. Have you heard that one? That's a good one.
Have you seen those videos?
There was a story. Somebody was like, he was like, and I forget who this was, but they were like, yeah, Stevie, I was at his house, and he was like, come check out this new car I got. And got in the car in the driver's seat.
No way.
This is from and I don't know the quote, whatever. We don't care about sources on this podcast, but they get like in the car, open the garage door to drive down the driveway, and then Stevie Wonder's like, I'm just kidding. Just to like mess with them. I was like, that's incredible,
dude.
We saw him in the airport one time.
We did.
It was after he played zoo ball, I think. But he kind of was like doing good. Like he was walking like pretty.
What I remember.
So you think he could see?
I mean, I could see both sides.
So, just like president of the conspiracy.
That's right.
Club
yeah, dude. I love it.
Conspiracy theories and sayings.
What I remember distinctly from that moment was
a lady asking.
No. So he's long dreadlocks,
sure.
Or not braids or whatever,
right.
Like flowing,
right?
Looking
great. Looking great.
Shades on, of course. Wearing like a African style garb.
Yeah.
But just super like we're like, oh shit, that's Stevie Wonder. 3 or 4 people around.
There's no mistaking. Yeah.
Bodyguards.
That's the man.
And then this like 40-year-old white lady. We're like, oh, wow, that's so cool. This 40-year-old white lady turns to us and goes, who is that? And I go, is there another person on the planet that looks like that?
Yeah.
That looks like Stevie Wonder?
Dude,
That's wearing like a $5,000 outfit with like, he's got like, jewelry on.
You think that was was he just commercial that day? Seems weird.
Dude, first class though, probably 1A.
I
sure.
guess.
You know what I mean?
I'd still PJ that.
Well, but anyway, had like 4 bodyguards on. Are you seriously?
My 3-year-old son probably knows who that is.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It was so off-putting. I was like, ma'am, please.
Yeah, it's Chris Stapleton. Like, what do you think?
Get out of here.
Madam.
No, and so too, I'm totally with you on the charcuterie board thing.
Yeah.
One thing that I did see, and I'm not trying to give away your secrets, but one thing that I did see was, if I'm not mistaken, Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Oh,
okay. You put Chick-fil-A on there?
Here's the story.
Like a 50 count too.
Oh, dude, it was epic. Yeah. So we had a pretty long journey with the last album of from when we recorded it to like trying to get it. It's just this long story of like business stuff. And it was just a really long journey. And it was like, man, are we ever going to put this album out? We finally got to the point where we were ready to go and it was going to come out. And so Casey and I wanted to throw a party for the band and like people who like, were involved with the record. And so she took a piece of butcher paper, like the length of our dining table, probably 8 foot long. I don't know, filled it. And so like end to end. And like the centerpiece was like, I did like a whole bunch of bacon poppers, jalapeno poppers, which was a hit. But the number one, crown jewel was a 50 count.
Coup de grace. Coup
de grace. Maybe even 100 count. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of nuggets.
Sounds really nice.
It was the best charcuterie in history. Damn. It was amazing.
I saw the video. Yeah. And it's okay. Popcorn in the middle, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen this before.
Yep.
And then nuggets at the end. And I was like, all right, we got to talk about this.
Yeah,
this is incredible. So,
that was a good day.
So to finish, we do we're doing a power rank every episode.
Oh yes.
So another game. We don't have anything to win this time.
That's okay. I'm happy with this. This is the gift that's going to keep on giving.
So. In light of that, and I think we're all pretty much fans up here, but power rank favorite to least favorite or top 3, whatever. We haven't really figured out the rules yet. Your favorite Chick-fil-A sauces, go.
Okay.
Do you need the list?
No. I'm just weighing it. No.
You already know.
This is like pick your favorite kid type of thing.
Dude, you want to know my number 1, and it might be controversial? Sriracha.
Ooh, see, and I looked on the website, so I'm not as big a fan. I haven't even tried that. You're talking about the sweet and spicy sriracha sauce. I have not tried that.
Because what I'll do, here's my move. And again, I might be giving away too much here. This is just inside stuff.
Tread lightly.
But I'll do the spicy chicken sandwich meal.
Ooh, yeah.
Here's the move.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Add bacon.
I didn't even know you could
because do that. What it does, otherwise they're just going to give you some trash that they made, that the corn dog thing, you know, we got this trash spicy chicken thing over here. Yeah. You modify it, much like Paul does.
No mushroom, sure.
Yeah. Add the bacon. 1, it's delicious. 2, they have to make it fresh.
Sure.
And so
I've been living in the dark.
Do that.
Dude,
I'm not done.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You look in your waffle fries.
Yeah.
Find the big boys.
Yeah.
2 fat daddies.
Stack
them on the sandwich.
Okay.
Drizzle the sweet. What's it called? Sweet
and spicy sriracha.
Sweet and spicy sriracha. Use 3/4 of the pack.
Okay.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Yeah.
Combined creates the perfect Chick-fil-A bite.
God almighty.
Okay.
Dude, it is so
I got stuff to do. I got Szechuan, I got Chick-fil-A, I got to make a charcuterie.
So, that to rank them, actually, that's it. For me, sriracha, Chick-fil-A, that's it for me, man. I mean, barbecue maybe. I don't know. Am I missing something?
Zesty Buffalo?
Oh, you're right. That should be 3. Zesty Buffalo. Yeah. Yep. I should have looked at the list. I got cocky.
And I think they changed the recipe, right? Not that long ago.
Yeah, and that and the ranch, I'm pretty sure.
the garden herb ranch.
Yeah.
Where is their garden? What garden?
Oh, come on, Chef Trav.
It's called a laboratory, aka chemicals.
Yeah, there's a garden on top of every Chick-fil-A that we don't know about that they're getting for.
Oh man, how
ranch.
awesome would that be?
Emma.
I like the buffalo.
Number one.
And then I dip that in the ranch. So if I get the nugs, I go dip.
That's a power.
I dip, yeah. But like that ranch is pretty good. But I was so sad when they did mix up the recipe. Like I was
Seems
like, really?
They tweaked it a little bit.
Really? Yeah. I mean, other than that, that's it for me. I'm not. Oh, honey mustard on the regular sandwich.
So no Chick-fil-A.
No.
So I'll go.
No Chick-fil-A sauce.
Right. So if you're asking, I'll go.
If you're asking,
I'll go Chick-fil-A sauce number one.
Okay.
And I'm not, this is why we're here. Everyone has different opinions. That's, the type
podcast
of podcast
for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Lately I've been trying to watch my figure a little bit. I'm down about 5 pounds, so it's
are you?
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
In my life, but so I'll go grilled chicken sandwich.
Okay.
But you can do the grilled chicken with the bacon, whatever that is.
Yep.
And then
deluxe, I believe.
Yeah. How much more? Don't care.
Right,
do it.
Yeah.
$2.
And I got money for that. But then I'll hit that with the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Come on.
So little grilled chicken. It's got the lettuce, tomato. It's got the bacon on there.
The real grill marks, if we don't, you can't forget those.
Yeah. Where's the grill again? But, but that's a winner.
Dude,
that's a winner.
Yeah.
And then, get, a large French fry to just completely wipe out anything that was possibly healthy that you could have done. And 2, I'll go fries in Chick-fil-A sauce, right? Do you do that?
Here's what I do.
Okay.
Is I don't know if you noticed it.
Yeah.
Y'all are like y'all's listeners and viewers are gonna be like, this dude is weird, man. Why do they have this guy on? Yeah. If you notice, I didn't say use all of the packet.
3/4.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
3/4. So you take a ketchup packet. They have the squeezable versus dippable.
Yeah.
Rip the top off.
Yeah.
Squeeze that into the sriracha reciprocal thing. Is that the right word? No, that's the wrong
container?
word. Dang, how many was I say? Yeah.
You're making your own sauces.
You're dipping that into there. Because getting the sweetness of the ketchup, a little bit of the spice of the siracha.
Dude, I'm in.
So these 8 sauces, just created a 9th.
I did.
The Grady sauce.
That's right. I heard an interview one time that Jack Black gave, which he's like so funny to me. But he says he'll get one of every, like he claims that he'll get one of every sauce and dip it into every single one, every bite.
One bite?
I'm like, that seems too much.
Aggressive.
But ketchup and the sriracha is
dude, I'll try anything twice. So. That sounds like the suicide. You ever do that in the soda fountain as a kid?
Man, dude, I was always a rule follower. I don't think we would have been friends. I think you would have thought I was square.
Dude, I was bad.
Until college, and then we would have been buds. That would have been the perfect time to mix.
I love watching children do that at our restaurants. By the way. It's always good.
Yeah, just do whatever you want.
Usually in the water cup, but it's fine.
I have a.
Dude, have y'all ever called someone out? Have y'all ever been like, hey?
On the water cup?
Yeah.
I think so.
I did once, and then I was like, it's really not that worth it.
But she's a rule follower.
I'm a hard ass.
Yeah, I'm too. Like, I don't want to get in trouble.
For sure.
Yeah.
No,
some people genuinely don't care. There was one guy that came in. You remember the one guy that came in?
Exactly.
He would pull. So at Magnolia, there's not a ton of parking, but we do have the lot in the back. This guy would pull up in his pretty new Nissan Altima. I'm not sure, but it would park like where our like in between Kent and Co. and Heim, like where that little entry to the patio is. Would come in, get bread.
It's not a parking space, by the way. He just is pulling up on the curb. That's what you're saying.
Pre-COVID would come in. We had the bar for like condiments, all that stuff. Would make a pickle and onion sandwich, take a plastic water cup, fill it to the top with our sauce, which is expensive and we give for free, and would leave. And would just take that.
And this happened 3 or 4 times.
We had a manager eventually just ran out and was like, dude, quit coming
what
here.
What are you doing?
Yeah, paper plates on your Nissan. But
and he for like 3 years he had paper plates. I don't know.
Can you imagine like living like that? Like how what does he think the world is.
So there was
it's for him.
Yeah, it's like whatever he wants.
It's all for me.
Yeah.
There was some sort of complaint, right, about having to wait too long or something like that.
So
then it was like, I'm just going to take everything that's free.
I'm going to take this into my own hands. Literally.
He's one of those dudes. Yeah. He's one of those people.
Anyway, man, I'll never forget that.
I don't even know how we got to that.
If I ever see him do that, I'm going to show him what's what.
You should.
I appreciate it. Oh, you were talking about water cups. Yeah. No, we've seen a number of outlandish things, behavior that you're just like, what is going on? But
yeah.
Just shove them inside. Don't think about them.
Just keep those feelings deep down. And we're already scheduling the therapist, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
We could have
my guy.
Have him on and go through a lot of these issues. But people, I need to know. I love Grady. I need to know more info.
Yeah.
GradySpencer.com.
Yep.
Facebook. How can they find you?
Facebook is GS and the Work.
And that's Twitter too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that's everything.
And Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, the best content, if I do say so myself, is on Instagram.
Okay.
Same.
I try to keep things popping on Facebook, but they're just hard to deal with. I can't stand Facebook.
It's kind of a little different crowd a little bit, I would say, from the gram to the FB for sure.
So
sorry. No, I got in trouble. Right. I will, because
he does need the therapist, dude.
I at one point had, thousands of Facebook friends or whatever, people that would just be like, oh, this guy does barbecue, so I'm going to add. And so I was like, whatever. And so I did it. And then I remember posting something like, this was 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think.
And it was like, oh, watch this hilarious movie. It was really, enjoyable moment in my life, and wanted to share with everyone. And then somebody was like, you should spend more time cooking barbecue or something like that.
Dude, yeah.
And this was someone who was a Facebook friend of mine. And I think it was in a joking manner, of like, we're just busting balls, right? We're buddies.
Yeah.
And nothing makes me more upset.
Yeah.
And so, then I was like, what I did was I went on my Facebook page, and we did a personality test, with our business the other day, and I realized I have no emotions.
Sure.
So, take that for granted. But I went through my Facebook friends list, and I said, if I haven't talked to this person or text in the last 6 months, then I'm going to delete them. Right.
Yeah.
And whatever. And so I did that and deleted pretty much everybody. And so, but then you had people who reached out to you like, why did Travis?
Anything he does, I'm
sure
get questioned. So a lot of people in the area were like, did I do something? Is something wrong? And I was like,
blame the one guy who posted a troll's comment.
Yeah.
So, I was just, it was time. I don't know. So awkward. Thank you for always putting me in those situations.
You're welcome. But
ridiculous.
that's why she's hospitality, front of house, and then I'm in the back hiding.
But unneeded. I mean, that guy was. Never mind. I get it. I get it.
My point, though, is now I don't care, and so now my numbers are back up.
Yeah,
I was like, just
that's what the people want.
Like whatever, and
my numbers.
Yeah, my numbers are popping. This morning, there was a Bill Gates is a lunatic who's trying to murder the entire world with a vaccine
microchips
or something.
Yeah.
From one of my Facebook friends on, posted.
Sure.
And so it's kind of like now it's just like a profiling thing too. Like I just keep them on just to be like, okay, what's going on this side? This 1% of America.
So social laboratory.
So
like a scientist.
Not hitting them with a like or not hitting them with a share, but just like I'm keeping track. And then you have too the politics of there's the Occupy Democrats. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
And then there's one that's making fun of, so one's like conservative, one's liberal.
Yeah.
And I followed both. I don't know which one is which. I'm serious. I don't know which one is which anymore because they're just making fun of each other.
Yeah, dude.
But then it's like, that seems like something they would do. That seems like something they would do.
Sure.
So now I'm just confused. And, I can't ask my family members because they just, they don't have any facts. Let's be honest.
I've pretty much deleted everything that I can without hurting the business of the band. And like,
same.
See, I don't think like that. I'm just fire and brimstone.
Well, I was like,
everything's for the biz.
Oh yeah,
but
business.
It's just, I was on Twitter, just like, one day I was just like reading about climate change, which is super important and like very dangerous, but it was like, this is not helping me.
No.
This is making me feel sad. And then like, I want to go cry and I don't know what.
Yeah.
I know.
I'd be happy.
Twitter's like the worst place on earth, but it's also like, there are also positives of it.
Oh, I miss the humor. God, dude, there was some funny stuff on there. It's good.
Well, awesome. Well, Grady, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank y'all. Where can they reach you guys?
They can reach us at
there you go.
Our home address, which is
you can find us at Szechuan at 5712 Lock.
Or stuck in a Chick-fil-A drive-through somewhere, maybe. No, Heim Barbecue. Oh, you wrote it down. Yeah. Good point. Paul said to do this. Heim Time podcast on Twitter. I have about 30 followers now. So I'm pretty excited.
Those numbers.
Y'all on IG? You all on IG yet?
We haven't done that yet. We need to do that.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I got to get on there.
Let's do it. Yeah, that'll be good. YouTube is Heim Time, I think, is our YouTube.
Cool.
And we can, add this in post if we need. But Heim Time Podcast on Twitter.
And then Instagram's just Heim barbecue with the C, everyone. We'll talk about that later. C versus Q.
Yeah.
Great point. But yeah, we have restaurants and stuff, but that's not really why we're doing this, so we just
eat at them.
Yeah, please support our restaurants so we can have people like this on. Grady Spencer and the Work. But awesome, man. Great to see you.
Man,
just
thank y'all
in
for
general.
having me. This is awesome.
I feel like we haven't seen anybody with
I know.
I for sure haven't. Yeah.
anything going on. So it's awesome. But thanks again, buddy.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.